The next story, represented by a bear, is called A Very Goofy Christmas. And as you can imagine, being how it's a Goofy related item, many people's lives are at stake.
Oops, sorry.
Isn't he so goofy that way? So the story begins with Max and Goofy going out to try to deliver a letter to Santa. And as it would appear, Max has inherited Goofy's way of nature and nearly destroying his lives along with others.
Come on, Dad! Taking a shortcut!
Calm down, kid! Nobody's this serious about delivering letters. My god. So even after even more destruction and property damage, Goofy gets flown into the air and take a wild guess at where he lands. The mail truck.
Special delivery for the North Pole.
So many people's lives in danger. So after mailing the letter, and a little bit of dialogue, we learn what Max wants for Christmas. He wants a
one-of-a-kind carbon fiber torque rod, snappy flex, tip-to-tail, rail-to-rail, wooden core, twin-directional snowboard!
He just wants a snowboard. I mean, that's a pretty big name to remember. What, does he also want a Florentine hidden rocket feet, rubbing lava lamp and picture framing Microsoft and pillowing iPod?
Of course.
Max later meets up with Pete, who is, by definition, the scum of the earth. He tells Max that Santa's not real, which breaks his heart. Jackass. Max then tells his father about what Pete had told him. Goofy, of course, tells Max that Santa is real, and that you should trust that he will come. Max, however, is still not entirely sure as he thinks over what Pete had told him. Max once again confronts his dad, using this time the worst thing imaginable. Statistics!
That means Santa would have to make like 800 visits a second, not including bathroom breaks.
Max and Goofy then go to share a meal with the less fortunate, helping them out. While there, Max questions the little boy's faith in Santa. So after a while, Goofy dresses up like Santa to have all the little kids jump on his lap. However, unfortunately for him, the baby pulls his hat and reveals to everyone he is not, in fact, Santa. Max gets upset by this and proceeds to run away.
But you!
Santa's got a little problem with one of his elves, but he'll be right back.
Goofy, then feeling sorry for trying to trick Max, proceeds to attempt to make up for him by going outside onto the roof and trying to get photographical evidence that Santa is in fact real. Finally, Goofy yells to Max that he's found someone who he believes may be Santa. However, this is nearly a mistake, as it turns out it was just someone robbing Pete's house. Serves him right, I say. In defeat for his mistake, Goofy falls off the roof, and we come to one of the more dramatic parts.
You were right about everything. I even fell off the roof.
Following his defeat at trying to prove Santa's real, Goofy does nothing. He actually just mopes and, yeah. Realizing that he's been a complete dick this entire time, Max then dresses up as Santa, goes down the chimney to try and make his dad feel better. And being Goofy, Goofy entirely believes it. Max does not stay long, however, as he goes up the roof. Goofy pursues him, however, Max falls off the roof, and his disguise is blown, thus showing that Goofy has been tricked. Max and Goofy then make up when all of a sudden...
Could it be? Do you think? Gosh, it sure looks like Santa Claus.
I believe it is. Wow, a very one-of-a-kind car carbon fiber, torque rod, snappy flex, tip to tail, rail to rail, wood core, torsionally stiff, twin directional snowboard. Thanks, Santa.
Pete then comes out of his house to investigate what's going to happen, when all of a sudden he sees Santa and believes. He tries telling Santa that he's been a believer this entire time, but Santa knows. And let's face it, Santa enjoys a good laugh. It can be a prick sometimes.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! But what about my squirting gun and my yo-yo?
So on Christmas Day, we have another narrator monologue.
Christmas is found in the way that we live. Not what we receive, but what we can give.